Hey, welcome back to our third edition of Two Bald Guys. Ain't that what we're calling it? Two bald guys, two flat
tires,
two flat tire, two bald tires.
Bald tires.
We'll get it eventually. It's just our third episode.
Bald tires.
Yeah, Two Bald Tires podcast. I'm wearing a hat today because my hair's growed out. It's getting in my eyes, too, a little bit ago. But, man, I wanted, contrary to what y'all believe, and I know you hear this all the time, Jason Moses does not own every single Moses car dealership in the tri-state. But people ask you that all the time, don't they?
I get that a lot. They think I...
Family, though?
It is small. Yep.
All the way around. Mm-hmm. We were talking off the air a little bit because I don't know this as well, but when did it start? Did your dad start it? Granddad start it? How far back does it go? Because it's been a family business for, of course, as long as I've been here, but I'm sure it goes back years and years.
78 years.
78?
Yeah.
Man, what was a dealership like 78 years ago?
I got no idea. Clearly.
No idea?
You know, no.
Shut up. No, yeah, I don't know. I can get you back to the 80s. That's about it. But I wonder what it was like back then.
Well, so our first dealership, my grandfather's first store was in Welch, West Virginia, McDowell County. And, you know, at one time, Welch, West Virginia was bigger and more booming than Charlotte, North Carolina back in the cold days.
Kidding.
I mean, you know, just post World War II. It was a booming place. And we had a Lincoln store there. But my grandfather wanted to come back here. He went to Marshall University, graduated from Marshall University. And he bought a Ford store in Ashland, and then he ended up with the Pontiac store here downtown. And we moved to our current location in 1970.
That right here.
Right here, 1970.
Yeah.
We built this facility brand new in 1970. Of course, I still wasn't born yet. I mean, I wasn't born for a long time.
74 people, 74.
That's incorrect, but that's okay.
Close enough, yeah.
And so this was the original store, and then my grandfather had 4 children, three boys and a girl, and all of them got in the car business at one point or another. My dad was the oldest, and then Uncle Bob and Uncle Steve got in the car business, and that's when they started adding stores. And Uncle Bob and Uncle Steve and their family own all the stores except for the original store. I own the original store, and they own everything else.
And when did you did you always know that you would?
No, when I was in the 80s, General Motors was making some pretty. Their product quality was a little lackluster.
I got
Let's
you.
Just say that.
Yeah.
And I actually would get kids in middle school would give me a hard time about their family's car. I was like, man.
Oh, God, you're catching hell at an early age.
Hell in middle school. I'm like, man, I do not. This business seems like
that stupid car your dad sold me sucks.
Imagine being 12 years old and hearing that at school.
Oh, God. You were bullied way back when.
Yeah, they didn't bully me. I mean, I wasn't the biggest kid in class, but I wasn't the smallest.
Right.
But it's like, man, this is no fun. And then I went to University of North Carolina. I was pre-med at first, and I realized I didn't want to be a doctor. And Dad's like, well, you should go to business school. I was like, okay, I'll go to business school. And the number one thing I learned at business school was I didn't want to work for a big company.
Right.
And I was like, man, the more I got into business school, I was like, man, working for yourself seems like a pretty good deal. And wow. My family already has this car.
Yeah, I got this dealership.
I got this business already set up.
Free cars.
Huh. And I still was, when I got in, I came back here in 97 after graduating from college and taking a couple of years to try to figure things out. And so now I've been working here since 97. And I still, even in 97, I wasn't sure that this was still, but the more I got into the car business, the more I like. What I love about the car business is it's always changing. The rules just, I mean, we got tariffs going on now and EVs, and the rules are, and a year ago EVs was the answer, and now tomorrow or 2 days. Well, I'm dating the program. 2 days from now, the tariff is going to expire on EVs, and so the rules are always changing in the car business, and that makes it fun. It's not. It's a different day every day.
Man, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but I was talking to some of the guys downstairs. Like, I'll just come over here. I'm like old school. I just come and pull up and sit and talk and carry on conversations with the sales guys. And I always ask and say, was Jason here? They said, if he's breathing and he's not on a trip, he's upstairs working, and he gets here before most and leaves later, unless there's a good golf game. I mean, we don't have to get into that right now or whatever. But I think that's a good testament to your character too, man. Is a lot of times, you hire a general manager, and I know you got great people downstairs that work for you. You can pawn a lot of that responsibility off, and you may have to some degree, but still, man, you run the show, and I think that's a testament to the character and hard work too.
I don't know what I would do if I wasn't working.
Could you imagine doing anything else?
Not really.
Been doing
I
it so
like what I
long.
do. I like what I do.
Well, that's and I was going to ask you earlier too, is as far as brand history, what I know you was talking about Lincolns a little ago. My dad had never forget a '76 white Lincoln Continental, the 2-door, where the door wouldn't open in this room. The doors are so long and it weighed 1,000,000 pounds, but drove like a dream. Dear God, the leather and those things back then were crazy. But what was the first brand that y'all picked up? Your dad picked up.
So my grandfather had Lincoln in McDowell County, and then Ford in Ashland, and then Pontiac here, and then from Pontiac we added Nissan, and I'm not sure I got the order right. But we had Nissan, Mitsubishi, Volkswagen. I think Volkswagen was next. Volkswagen actually used to be up here where Keaton's was. It was a separate store.
Yeah.
And then Volkswagen is a funny brand because in the States it has these big ups and big downs. And if we went through a big down, we just moved it down here.
Yeah, real simple.
Real simple.
Yeah.
One time we had like 6 different brands here. We had a Isuzu, Nissan, Mitsubishi, Buick, Pontiac, Cadillac, and all these brands, Pontiac obviously went away.
Yeah. Right.
Buick, GM went through this restructuring where they bought a bunch of dealers out, and I took their buyout. So now I'm down to 3 brands: GMC, Nissan, and Cadillac.
All right, I'm gonna throw this at you real quick before we get out of here. Favorite car. If you got one shot left, the car business comes to an end. What's your favorite car? I know what you drive now because I've seen it plugged in back there, but. If you had one, you're shutting down the dealership and they say, Jason, you get one car, it's got to do you from now on. What's your favorite car?
I'm going to talk about 3 cars in mind.
Okay.
Right now I'm driving, you mentioned the one I'm driving right now. I'm driving the Cadillac Escalade, all electric Escalade. And it is one of the most amazing vehicles I've ever driven.
Comfortable.
Oh, it's quiet. It turns on a dime. It's super fast. Hauls everything. It's an amazing vehicle.
Right.
In our earlier podcast, we talked about the Blackwing.
Yeah.
That's the most fun vehicle. If I had to drive anything every day, it'd probably be that, because it's a 4-door with the manual transmission and Corvette engine. If I only had one car, that's the one.
Is that the one?
That's the one.
Is that the one?
And then, we talked about brand history. I would be remiss without talking about DeLorean. We had DeLorean at one point.
Oh, God, are you kidding?
And now I was in Little League at the time. This is 83, 84. And my dad would come to the Little League field and pick me up in a DeLorean, and it was a showstopper.
The platinum.
No, they're stainless steel.
Stainless steel. That's what I meant. Yeah.
It's a funny thing because some kid hit a foul ball and it landed on the hood and dented it.
Oh my God!
And it was stainless steel, so you couldn't dent repair it. It was whoever bought that car. Someone bought that car with the dent in it.
Oh my God!
It was that dent was probably in that car until the last.
You were Back to the Future back in the day, weren't you?
The flux capacitor was in effect.
Good Lord, man! I think mine. I don't know. I love cars so much, and probably more than I should. I've had the Porsche 911s. I enjoy the 911s. I thought I had more room in the 911 than I did the Corvette. I bought Alan Jackson's yellow Corvette back in the early 2000s. I did a video with him. It's called Papa Top, and I was in the video with Alan, and Alan's a very quiet guy. We're both from Georgia, of course, and he asked me to be in the video. And for about the first 3 hours of that video shoot, man, couldn't get much out of Alan. Very, very quiet. Then he had this Bronco out in the driveway at the video shoot, and it was pimped. You could just imagine what it looked like. It's probably a 76, 75, something like that. So I asked him one question about that Bronco. He never shut up for the next 6 hours. I mean, next thing you know, I was out under that thing. I was looking at camshafts and mufflers, and he had this yellow Corvette, and I think it was a 99. And I asked him, would he sell it? And he said, I tell you what I'll do. I'll sell it to you, and I'll give it to you at a good price. But he said, hang on to it. It had no miles on it. He says, hang on to it. And he said, it may be worth something one of these days. I said, man, you got it. I said, will you sign the visor? And he said, absolutely. So he signed the passenger's visor. I forgot what I paid for, which is irrelevant. I kept it probably 4 weeks and made a killing on that thing. And then I saw Alan at an award show, and he's like, so what do you think of that Corvette? You like? I said, oh, man, that thing's great. I got it in the garage right now. Man, I couldn't drive that. I'd sold that thing 3 months earlier and made a killing on that thing.
Hopefully Alan's watching.
Oh, yeah. But all right, man, I'm going to let you run. Corvette would probably be my favorite.
We got two sitting out there right now.
We got to go now. Talk about financing. I don't think Donald Trump could co-sign with me to get that Corvette. So enjoyed it, man, as always. See you guys. See you next time. All right, bye.